Greetings, my friend. How are you doing today? How are you doing this week? I hope it is very lovely. Thank you for joining me here. This little series is known as Thank You Life. In this series, we explore different qualities in life that help us come to a better state of gratitude in the way that we live. We live throughout our everyday because I have found it. Of course, everything is within our own experience, but in my experience, and you might see if it reflects your own, I experience life in a more joyful, happy state when I'm able to find gratitude day to day and for those many activities that I take part in, those many experiences. If I approach them in a state of gratitude, no matter what those activities or experiences may be, I find that they become enjoyable. So, for this episode, we'll be thanking life for compassion. In a way, it sort of balances out the previous week's episode on honesty. I find compassion and honesty are both very important to find a gracious way of living one's life. So, a little about me. My name is Aaron Cesarik, and I'm a 200-hour yoga teacher. I teach public classes from noon to 1 at the yoga room in Niles Girard area of Ohio. And I also teach chair yoga at a nursing home as well as yoga for recovery at three recovery centers. So, now on with the episode. Thank you, life, for compassion. And what do I mean by compassion? Let's try to explore the definition just a little bit. So, last week we talked about honesty. The previous week we talked about gratitude. So, imagining compassion to balance out honesty. So, this is what I mean. When gratitude opens the door for health and happiness in our lives, honesty is a way for us to keep that door open, to make sure we have the the power, the fire of practice, the commitment to keep that door open. And then compassion can help us to balance out the state of that passion, of that energy that comes with honesty, I believe. It helps us to be kind not only to others in our daily interactions, but also kind to ourselves. It is very important to be kind to ourselves when we practice our daily activities, no matter what they may be. It could be a yoga practice where we practice different postures like warrior or child's pose or downward dog on the mat here. Or it could be just working day to day, the manner in which we reach up on a top shelf to adjust the good. If you work in a retail industry, perhaps like I do, or maybe if you work behind a desk typing on a computer for a long time, being kind to yourself, giving yourself a break, also drawing awareness to the spine to make sure that you're not hunching over too far and ending up with some chronic problems as a result of just sustaining a certain position for a long period of time without another position to help counterbalance that and give your body a chance to move into another state, balance itself out, become more harmonious within. within the mind and the body, within whatever activity you may find yourself. When you do find yourself in a negative state of mind, being kind to yourself, allowing yourself to balance out that state of mind by doing something that brings happiness and joy and more positive emotions to you. I mean, this could be as simple as if you have to use the restroom in the middle of a work task. Well, you may find that maybe your supervisor might not like you taking a break, but really a bathroom break to relieve the bladder or the digestive system of certain toxins and waste. Well, that really does help you become a better worker, more productive. So to be honest about it and not just take the break because, well, you want to take the break, but because you truly need to take the break. So kindness, compassion, honesty all kind of goes together into creating a more harmonious workplace, a more gracious place and space for us to exist in our lives. It's very important to be compassionate to others, of course, to be considerate to others, because when we are considerate to others, well, we are being considerate of those parts within ourselves that are in certain need of consideration, or in certain need of maybe appreciation as well. To be compassionate to others is a wonderful way for us to begin the healing process of ourself within, because we only see the needs of others based on our own needs. We're interpreting the needs of others based on what we feel we would need in the circumstance that we do see another in. So it's important to be compassionate to others because we're really being compassionate to ourselves in that instance. So, for our practice, for our gratitude practice today, after I turn off this alarm, there we go. Our gratitude practice for this week, for today, hopefully, maybe we'll adopt it. Maybe it's important to us to adopt as a lifelong practice. This gratitude practice is simply to find ourselves in situations where we can be compassionate and considerate to others as well as ourselves, taking a little extra time, taking a little extra time even when we might be in a situation where we feel particular um, rush, when we feel particular stress to accomplish some goal, being compassionate to set that goal aside for a time to serve others as well as ourselves, to realize that kindness, realize that consideration and appreciation for ourselves and others is perhaps much more important than the work activity or the personal goal that we do have for this time and place. So I invite you to explore compassion in your own lives, to take time for yourselves and others, to sustain that doorway with a balanced, even effort with both honesty and compassion, to find gratitude in our daily lives, to foster health and happiness. So thank you so much, my friend, for joining me here today, for being wonderful you, because you are very wonderful. You're very special. You're a very important part of the greater the greater phenomenon of life that exists all around you for everyone on the planet, moment to moment, all creation, all life. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you. Namaste. Have a wonderful, gracious, honest, and compassionate day. God bless.